And this brings us to the last topic for today, the drivers of greenwashing. Greenwashing can happen on the firm level when a company misleads customers regarding its environmental practices, or on a product level when a company deceives customers about the environmental benefits of a product or service. Greenwashing requires two behaviors: poor environmental performance and positive communication about environmental performance. If an organization is offering non-sustainable products and doesn't claim to do so, it is called a silent brown firm. Silent green firms offer green products but don't advertise them. When your company offers a green product, follows the 5 simple rules of green marketing, and tries to create functional, emotional, and social benefits, it is a vocal green firm. But that does not mean it will succeed, because greenwashing has a profound negative effect on consumer confidence in green products and erodes the consumer market for green products and services. So when consumers cannot distinguish between a vocal green firm and a greenwashing firm, their purchase decision will be based on, something else. Now you probably wonder, why would an organization even lie or deceive its customers? Well, the consumer market for green products, meaning the demand for green products and services, was an estimated $230 billion in 2009 and likely exceeded $1 trillion by now. All companies want a share of that market, whether they offer green products or not. On the left side, we have non-market external drivers, meaning outside factors that enable companies or prevent them from engaging in greenwashing. The lack of strict or absence of any regulation is certainly a main driver. In most cases, there are no legal consequences for companies who engage in greenwashing. So why not give it a try? Luckily, social media and NGOs sometimes at least create awareness if a company with poor environmental performance tries to deceive or lie to their customers. Next, there are market external drivers, such as consumers and investors who demand green products, and of course competitive pressure. To satisfy this demand or compete on the free market, companies could simply develop green products. But guess what? It is a lot easier and cheaper to greenwash a product than it is to actually make it green. In addition, as we learned in Ethical Decision Making lecture, diffusion of responsibility enables individuals and organizations, in that sense, to rationalize unethical conduct. So when competitors engage in greenwashing, if everybody else does it, I have to do it too. Again, it is a moral disengagement strategy, and it does not make the unethical act ethical. It is still as bad as it was before. Within the organization, certain firm characteristics such as size, industry, profitability, and life cycle stage may also affect the organization's decision too. Larger, publicly traded organizations, for example, face pressure from investors, while small organizations may depend more on their reputation. Consumer products are more affected by greenwashing than B2B products. And if the profitability of a product is low, or the product is at the end of its life cycle, organizations may have more to win than to lose. Poor intra-firm communication can also result in greenwashing when, for example, the marketing department creates a perfect green campaign without being even aware of the negative environmental impact the product has. Today's companies focus a lot on short-term goals and pay their executives based on reaching them. Executive bonuses depend on annual or quarterly numbers, but investing in sustainability takes time and costs money, while greenwashing is a cheap and fast fix. The final organizational driver of greenwashing is organizational inertia, the tendency to keep doing what they have been doing. Especially large organizations will resist change and are unlikely to change. At last, we have individual psychological drivers that include optimistic bias, narrow decision framing, and hyperbolic intertemporal discounting. They all sound a bit fancy, but are rather simple. Optimistic bias is simply the tendency to overestimate the likelihood of positive events and underestimate the likelihood of negative events. So managers and executives focus more on the positive outcomes, such as higher sales, bigger bonuses, instead of negative outcomes, such as media backlash, disappointed customers, and long-term problems. This effect can further be amplified by narrow decision framing, where decisions are made in isolation without even considering the bigger picture. And in addition, hyperbolic intertemporal discounting, where short-term benefits are overvalued and long-term costs are discounted. In the end, there are many reasons for organizations to engage in greenwashing. Consequently, green advertising has increased almost tenfold in the last 20 years and nearly tripled since 2006. If you look through the homepage of any Fortune 500 company, you will find a reference to sustainability and a commitment to reduce carbon emission.